Hey guys, it's Othania here from Create Your Future. I am a manifestation coach, and today I'm going to be talking about why you're getting ghosted and how to stop it so you don't experience that anymore, because I've experienced that a lot, especially in my early dating years, and I definitely cracked the code and figured out where it's coming from, and now I don't experience that, and I'm not going to experience that anymore. So before I get into the video, know that Create Your Future does have a free course. If you're interested in that, definitely find the link in the description box below. It's a free course where it can pinpoint your blocks, resistance, and things like that, and help lead you towards your manifestations. And also one-on-one coaching with me. It's also available in the link. So why you're getting ghosted and how to stop it. Especially when it comes to, and also I have a subscribers Q&A. But before I get into that, I'm definitely just want to get more in depth of the topic of this video. So when someone ghosts you, before they ghosted you, there was a buildup of fear within you. And it honestly, truly, really had nothing to do with them. When you came across that person, or your specific person, especially romantic relationships, is where I see it the most. And it's where I also seen it the most in my own experience. It's like we get this person, and then we feel like it's like, oh yes, and now I'm completed, and then I need this person, and this person makes me happy, and you start feeling like when this person is not around, you need to know what they're doing, you need to check everything. It's like a constant state of fear that you're unknowingly in, and you're usually unknowingly in that most of the time throughout the course of the relationship. And a lot of the times it happens as soon as you come across them. You automatically start building this story of, oh my God, this person may be out of my league, or why would this person want to date me, or oh my God, is there someone else? Then you find out they have friends that are the opposite sex, or whatever, or friends in general, and then you see that as competition, and then you start just building all of these stories that are originally coming from you, which is why it's playing out in your 3D and your reality and your experience. So when you're constantly, just because someone can't see you doesn't mean they can't feel you. So just because you're behind the scenes trying to see if everything they're telling you is true, and you're creating these scenarios of all the things that could possibly go wrong, and you're waiting for the ball to drop, you're bracing for impact, all of that is creating ghosting. And if it's not going to create ghosting, it's going to create either them cheating, leaving you, wanting to create distance. But when it's built up dominantly throughout the whole connection, and you're making, and in your mind you have built this person outside of you as the end all be all to your happiness, and that will always create a disconnect in any relationship, because in order to keep up your attraction, you have to constantly, dominantly be more so in a state of love and confidence within yourself. Once you start feeling like an override of anxiety when it comes to your person, you are creating realities where they can't choose you, because you have to be the version of you that is in your committed relationship and is happy is evenly yoked with their partner. So if you're making your person feel like without your presence, without you talking to me, without you, I'm nothing. If you're coming off energetically that way, you're definitely on the road to getting ghosted. And I don't want to scare anyone, but that is just the absolute truth. If you're not going to get ghosted, then you're going to create scenarios where someone is going to end up cheating on you, leaving you for someone else, a third party situation, if you don't stop it in time with that buildup of fear when it comes to them. You know, because if you're constantly looking at their social media, wondering why they're not texting you, and then creating these scenarios behind the scenes, what you're really telling your subconscious mind is, please show me something in my 3D experience that is reflecting this. I need to see me not being chosen. I need to experience me not being chosen. Because every time I'm taking these actions, what I'm really saying is I'm not chosen. And then you keep taking those actions on a daily basis, looking to see if you're being blocked, looking to see if they're looking at your stories, looking to do this, looking to see if they're looking at getting every piece of validation from them in order for you to feel good about yourself. And that doesn't make sense, because that means you're far from feeling whole and complete within. And if you're constantly needing someone outside of you, whether it's this SP, the next SP, because if a lot of the times when you look back in your experiences, a lot of the times when you've dated and it was the beginning of the relationship, you always felt like they were the one, they were this, they were that, you needed their happiness, and then you guys broke up, and then you realized that you had to figure out what was wrong, and then you realized it was your thoughts, and then, you know what I mean? So I say that to say, no one is never worth putting that amount of pressure on. Because if you're constantly needing the attention of someone else, that means that none of your attention is on you. And if none of your attention is basically on you, and if you're always constantly sending out the energy telepathically that I need you to be happy, that's the complete opposite of the version of you that's in the committed relationship and that doesn't get ghosted. You get what I mean? The version of you that doesn't get ghosted and the version of you that gets committed to does not do that. They do not do that. They're not constantly robotically affirming out of their minds. They're not constantly checking the 3D. They're not constantly having conversations with their friends, trying to see what SP is doing sneakily, trying to act like that's not what they're doing. But in reality, underneath it all, that's what they're doing. That version of you is not walking around feeling helpless. The version that's committed and happy with themselves, they're not going to sleep feeling depressed and carrying those same depressed feelings into their next day. The person that is happy and committed in a relationship that doesn't get ghosted is a person that lives a happy, fulfilling life, and they don't look outside of themselves to feel good about themselves. Oh, I need you to text me. You didn't text me today. Why didn't you call me back today? All of that is, I need. What will prevent you from not being ghosted is if dominantly throughout your day, you're taking actions and your intentions come from a place of what is going to make me happy today? What are my needs? My needs. You know, instead of throwing off the energy to someone else, if I need you, what are my needs for me today? What, and tomorrow, and the day after that, and next week, and next month, for the rest of my life? How can I focus on me? That's not to say I'll focus in on me so much that when my person comes around, I'm not focusing on them. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you're constantly getting ghosted, if you're constantly feeling rejection in your relationships, that is because there is a huge part of you that is rejecting yourself and your daily needs for yourself. And how you don't get ghosted and things like that, and constantly rejected, and how you do get commitments without you having to even bring up wanting commitment. You make commitments to yourself that bring you joy on a daily basis, so that way the mirror will reflect others bringing you joy. I hit my mirror. That way the I hit my mirror and that said mirror, I think that was. But now your mirror has no choice to reflect that and others bring you joy, because you're bringing joy to yourself. If you're looking for joy from others, you're ghosting yourself. This is why others ghost you. You get what I mean? If you're constantly taking actions in fear when it comes to your person, trying to see if they're cheating, you're cheating yourself, which is why they would cheat on you. But you got to understand also, simultaneously, when you're taking those actions, you're switching in parallel realities all the time by your dominant thoughts. So it's just overall important to truly understand that you have to have a life. You have to intentionally build a joyful life for yourself, and everything works itself out. The same way when you neglect yourself, everything automatically works out with things outside of you neglect you as well. It's the same way when you take care of yourself, everything outside of itself takes care of itself in a good way. Either way, the outside world is always going to take care of itself, depending on how you feel dominantly in those moments, moment by moment. You got to feel good every day, and not feel like I'm only going to feel good if somebody outside of me contacts me, talks to me, and gives me attention. You see how SP, they have their life going on, and that's what's making them more attractive to you. And as you're noticing and giving you know, your mental space with them, that type of attention, you're going to keep seeing that, because what you're saying into your subconscious is, I'm just focusing so much on this person, and I know so much of what they're doing on a daily basis, and I just worry about them so much on a daily basis that I'm losing mental space for myself. And the world, especially the people that you think about the most, that live within you, they have to reflect that. So take a step back. Stop feeling like you have to do so much or live in fear when it comes to people, because honestly, love is automatic. Just breathe. Challenge yourself to not really put in the effort to feel like you have to grasp for someone or something so hard. Nature doesn't force, it just is. When the seasons change, nobody has to tell the trees what to do. It just automatically everything just changes automatically. Nature is it's flow. You get what I mean? Be flow. Take the right actions. If it's always coming from fear too much, if you feel like you got to call someone to see if they're not cheating on you, to see if they're not around someone, do your best to not take those actions, because at some point you have to get tired of the old you and really want to become the new you. And the new you just they take more actions out of love and trust as opposed to fear and distrust. So one of the subscribers, they had a question basically asking, why is it that it's easier to manifest everything else and have everyone else outside of me treat me correctly, but it's like difficult for my specific person? And the answer to that is, you can have a great self-concept about yourself generally, right? But then there's one person that comes along and you have built a story around them for some reason that you may seem like it's harder for them to attain. Once you start questioning yourself, like, why is it harder for me to manifest this and not SP? Recognize that you're in a state of being aware that it's hard to manifest. So now you want to just snap yourself out of it, first of all, and say, no, it's not harder to manifest this person. Even though I know you're asking, but just make sure that you're now aware to not keep repeating that, because then you'll subconsciously keep on a daily basis create scenarios, and you'll have experiences where it'll keep making you feel like it's harder to manifest your specific person. So just start there, that no, it's actually, I used to think it was hard to manifest them, but now it's easier to manifest them. Matter of fact, they're the easiest thing to manifest now, because everything is the same level of manifestation. The only difference is the opposing thoughts that you may have to that specific thing. So if you tell yourself, it's easy for me to make money, but relationships is hard for me to manifest, and you keep saying that, you keep thinking that, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna notice it's hard to manifest, but you're gonna keep feeling like it is hard to manifest, but that's just your belief that just had to manifest, that you felt it was hard to manifest. Start seeing you and that person in your mind. That person is coming to you, wanting to speak to you. Picture that person getting on their phone, texting you, calling you. Put yourself in the version of you with a set of thoughts that you're with this person, instead of feeling like they're hard to manifest, or feeling like every day you gotta make it a mission of how to manifest this person, how to do this, instead of being like, okay, instead of me always trying to figure out how to do this, let me figure out how to just be for a day or two and challenge myself to keep up with the thoughts that the person that has it will have. So thoughts like, I know my person can't wait till they see me because I'm gonna look so good. Or I can't wait to spend time with my person because we always have fun no matter where we go. Or I wonder where the next place we're gonna go to now. Or I wonder what's the next activity we're gonna do together. You know, things like that, instead of thinking, oh my God, why are they not calling me? Are they with someone else? Or why is it so hard to manifest? Whatever story you had that you don't like, cut it out and just keep telling yourself the story that you do want to hear. Tell yourself, you know, I always get commitment. I get commitment thrown at me all the time. You know, just keep telling yourself those things. Talk to you like your own best friend. And also, when it comes to the people in your reality, make sure that how you describe them, you know, their adjectives are good, that they're actually somebody you want to be around, that you love. Because if you keep holding on to the same old story of a person. Oh, they're lazy. They don't want to do this. They don't want relationships. They don't want commitment. They don't want to do this with me. But well, then guess what? They're not going to want to do anything with you, because you keep thinking that their actions have nothing to do with what you think about them. So always put yourself in your mind in the position of the one that has it all, because it's your world. And from now on, you always get constant communication with no matter who is in your life, because you are too worthy to be blocked. You are too worthy to be ghosted. You are too worthy to not be communicated with properly. So understand that a lot of the time your mind is just coming from an old version of you. And every day, as time goes on, you're now just thinking from the new version of you. You always get commitment. You always get communication. Just keep telling yourself that. If you keep telling yourself, I always get communication with everyone in my reality. Everyone loves me in my reality. Everyone loves me in my world. Everyone wants to be around me. Everyone wants to spend time with me, especially the people I love. Everyone shows me love and respect. All of my relationships are perfect. All of my relationships are great. It's going to have to affect everyone in your reality to treat you like that. You know what I mean? Because that's what's coming from within. So when it comes to the people that you really want in your life, the trick to not losing them by getting ghosted and blocked is to, in your mind, think of them in the best ways, and do not take actions towards them that are filled with fear. Because the more you do that, the more you're telling your subconscious, I want to lose this. I want to lose this, because you're looking for, it's like you're looking for the loss. You're looking to be lost. You're looking for the rejection. You're looking to be blocked. You're looking to see if they're cheating. It's what you want to create. You want to see it. So to get the opposite effect of that, to have them with you, to have them planning dates with you, to have them always communicating with you, you have to see them loving you. You have to feel loved. You have to go live a joyful, filled life with or without them, without the need of them. Another person cannot regulate your emotions. And if you're feeling that you're down and out because you don't have communication from someone, that means you have allowed someone to regulate your emotions, and you're going to manifest scenarios where you're not chosen. How you manifest scenarios where you are chosen? You prioritize yourself in your own life. You do not look for someone else to prioritize you. So I intend that helps. I intend that you every day are now getting closer to feeling whole and complete within yourself. I intend that you do get the communication you want, and I intend that you do get it on a consistent basis. And if you feel like you need extra help with anything, I am available for one-on-one coaching. And yes, I intend that you always experience the best love and everyone always wanting to communicate with you. And I intend that you figured it out and you no longer move in fear or feel like anyone is going to abandon you, because you are more than enough. So until next time, guys, see you.